literally there's no amount of millions of dollars that would be enough to market this movie. And there's really never been a time that it's more apparent than now, as a few people sent me some of recent news that's been happening. There was apparently some psychopath that went into a salon, I think it was, and just decided to kill the women there, the people there. And apparently when they asked him, why did you do it? He said that after watching so much pornography, he has become addicted to sex, and he decided that the best decision for him to do is to kill the temptation. Apparently there was temptation in that parlor. So this is one of the main topics that we discuss in the movie, about what happens with pornography, and how it's not only the words of the sages telling us that it's going to lead to a destruction of your heaven and going to a Gehinnom and so on, but also a destruction of society at large, as we see today, and we have seen already for decades, where serial killers, mass murderers are all have the same. They have a common denominator, which is the same addiction to pornography that simply is never enough. They keep going to more and more taboo and more extreme and more violent pornography, to the point where they eventually want to act on it. And that's exactly what this person did, and I think it was in Atlanta. And that's exactly what the psychopaths, whether it's Dama or Bundy or any of these other psychopaths, some that we feature in the them speaking in the film, that's exactly what they all say. It's exactly what they all say, where they get to a point of such high level of addiction that they simply look at people no different than anything else. Their human life loses its value, and this is in essence what's happening, and what has been happening for a long time. But it seems like there's a few people that want to do something about it. There's apparently a few people in government want to pass a bill that would automatically force phone companies, smartphone companies, to automatically censor pornography on the phones. But of course you can get out of it. This is technically meant to censor kids, as if the filth of pornography is okay for adults. Already you see that there's problems with the people behind it, but the point being is there is a few people that at least are trying to have their heads on screwed right and better society by censoring the phones. I personally don't think this will pass, but even if it does, again, the censoring a phone, having all types of filters on phones, is only a band-aid on a heartache. As I've always said, when people ask me about these different filters to have on phones, whether it's this one or it's that one, it's all nice. It's an additional fence that a person can put around themselves, but it's not enough, because I've met people that have literally spent their life in yeshivot, in kollels, learning Torah, but still addicted to immorality, even when they don't even own a computer in their house. I had one time a guy tell me that he's addicted to this filth, and I told him, okay, so take out the computer out of your house. He said, I don't have a computer. I said, okay, so throw out your phone. He says, I don't have a smartphone. I said, so how are you watching this pornography? Magazines? He goes, no, we don't have the magazines. I said, so what do you do? He says, once a month we go to a relative's house, and in that relative's house they have a computer. So I wait the whole month just for this sin. This, unfortunately, is the strength of the tum'ah headed by the Satan's wife that has infected society for millennia. This is not a new thing. It's just the only thing that's new is that people have stopped acknowledging the problem and actually started welcoming it into their homes. So the point is that pornography has been a problem for many decades, and the reality is that it's led to a lot of death, a lot of destruction, a lot of divorces, a lot of bad marriages, a lot of unhappiness. And one of the main things that this movie does is that it puts everything into perspective, both from a biblical standpoint, the rabbinical standpoint, a societal standpoint, a health standpoint. Everything is discussed in there. It covers all the bases. As one of my dear friends, Talmid Chacham, a friend of mine, told me, is like, this movie scared me to death, but it covered all the bases. So for anyone that wants to take a share in this and the marketing of this, and to get this movie to every single school in the world, to every single yeshiva, to every single child, every single adult, married, single, every corner on planet Earth, you want to be a part of it. Literally, there is no amount of millions of dollars that would be sufficient. And if the feedback is everything continues to do as well as it's doing, don't be surprised if there is going to be a sequel at some point in the future. But for now, there's really no need, simply because the main bases have been covered. The point being is that it's a big project, and those that have their eyes in their head and understand what's at stake, society's existence in essence is at stake here, want to be part of it, are welcome to.